My guest was working as a waitress less than a year ago, but not anymore. She's behind one of the year's biggest pop hits, and her debut album will be out next month. Christina Perri, welcome to the Top 20.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Jar of Hearts is a huge hit. It's unforgettable. It's been on our countdown for weeks and weeks, and it's actually about an ex-boyfriend that wanted you back, that totally screwed you over, obviously.
Yeah.
Is it true that you were like hiding out in your room when you wrote that song, hiding from him?
Yeah, there was this thing that happened where like I would roll back to town. I'm from Philly, and every time I'd come into town, he'd call, and it was just this relationship where like, I don't know, we kind of all have one where we have this person that like we go back to them because it's safe or whatever. And
He knows a lot.
Yeah, and it's like you kind of just take being treated badly or something for just the comfortability of being with somebody you've been with a while. I don't know what it is, but for me, that was happening all the time. And then one day, I was in Philly, I was home for Christmas, in my pajamas, hanging out at my parents' house, and he called me, and I said no, and I meant it. And like, that's the day that kicks ass the most, is when like, you say no and you actually mean it. You're not faking it, you're not like convincing yourself anything, you're just like, whoa, I'm totally over this dude. Yeah, so that's what happened. So he called me and I was like, no, I'm gonna sit here and write a song. So I did.
That's amazing. And the way the song became famous is such a fantastic story. It's like you're working as a waitress, you're an unsigned artist, your friend gives a demo to the choreographer of So You Think You Could Dance, and within weeks it's on the show, and then all of a sudden you have a top 10 iTunes hit. And now, here you are. How crazy is it? Like, what was it like at that moment for you?
Well, it was magical because I'm a waitress and I'm just like doing this thing and it's hard and I just want to give up, and I'm doing what everybody does in LA. And I don't know, what happened is like what's not supposed to happen. Like, everybody said yes, and like it went from producer to producer, and like this, I don't know, I just felt like goosebumps like that whole week. I was like, something's going on here. Like, this is so special. And I woke up the morning of the show, I took off work, I got my hair done, I was like, this might be the coolest day of my whole life.
So you totally felt it coming. That's awesome.
I went to the show, but I thought that was going to be it. I thought it was going to be like, sit in the audience, this thing happens, and then I go back to waitressing. But what happened was I went to the show, and by midnight, my whole life changed. I never waitressed again. I flew to New York City, I signed a record deal, and I got to start living my dream every day.
Well, I think that's a really nice payoff for putting up with all the abuse from that crappy boyfriend of yours.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. I'm so glad he cheated on me now.
And, oh, wow. Yeah, thanks for cheating, dude, because now I'm doing good.
It worked out. It's all good.
And, you know, it's such a pretty song, but obviously there's so much anger and bitterness in it. How did you particularly come up with the lyrics of "You're going to catch a cold from the ice within your soul"? That's very, very dark and morbid.
Yeah. Well, I kind of go there just naturally. I don't know. I write lyrics and melodies at the same time, and I kind of don't remember like the moment that it comes out, and it kind of all comes at once. And so I don't know particularly like exactly how I came up with that, but I know it's how I felt. You know, I was just tired of like these people existing with like, I don't know, I'm just in my head made up this idea of like a jar full of hearts. Like, you keep breaking hearts and it's not
collecting them,
Yeah, and so it's kind of just saying like you're an awful person inside. So I thought about, I don't know, it rhymes.